What are some of the other friction points?
Another would be with investing and how to invest your money. So you may have one member in the couple that is more conservative, one that's more aggressive, and so often one is kind of getting their way. I find it's often the more aggressive person, and so then you have the conservative person who's always kind of living with this sort of anxiety about risk in the markets, whereas the aggressive person in the couple is happy and perfectly content. Having a mismatched risk tolerance can cause some issues.
Sometimes the person with the more aggressive risk tolerance is also the more aggressive person in the relationship. It's interesting. Just a couple of weeks ago, I had a prospective client in the conference room with me, and the meeting, we got about 45 minutes into the meeting and then started talking about their feelings about risk, investment risk, and the meeting just went off the rails. And the meeting basically ended with them needing to go home and figure out, how they're going to reconcile their feelings about risk.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, when you have a giant goal like retirement, it's much more difficult to plan for that separately, especially if you have unequal resources, whether it's the Social Security benefits, pensions, investment assets. It becomes more realistic once you kind of put your resources together. But that is where you have to find the right risk tolerance. So you can't have one client who's overly conservative and one who's overly aggressive and have these plans separate, because the more conservative plan may fail due to being too conservative. Could be the same for the more aggressive plan, but these things have to come together.
Another situation, couples dynamic that we see a lot also is you have one that's inclined to be more involved in the finances and the other one who just doesn't want to participate at all.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because sometimes the spouse who doesn't want to participate won't even come to meetings.